Welcome back once again, all of my low-carb friends. And for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. Guess what I have for you today? I have another coconut flour recipe to go along with our coconut flour series. Now, this is probably going to be my last coconut flour recipe that goes with this series. At least for a while anyway, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll put another one out. It's up to you guys. If you guys want to see more coconut flour recipes, just let me know in the comments and I will gladly put more out for you. But for today, we are going to learn how to make keto-friendly, gluten-free chocolate coconut flour cookies with keto-friendly peanut butter baking chips. These are so good and so easy. My son said these cookies taste like a Reese's peanut butter cup. But he's 10 and pretty much relates everything to candy. But you know, it's chocolate and peanut butter, so I get where he's coming from. It's got that chocolate peanut butter just like Reese's. It's very good, it's very tasty, and it's very easy, which I love. And if you want printable versions of this, you can check out my website at janetsdeliciouslowcarbkitchen.com. You can find printable versions of this recipe and other goodies there for you. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to click that subscribe button. Also, while you're clicking that subscribe button, right next to the subscribe button, there's a little notification bell. Make sure you click that notification bell. That way you can be notified every time I put out a new video. Also, if you scroll down in the description of this video, you'll see that I am now associated with the Amazon affiliate program. So you'll see several different affiliate links that will direct you to the ingredients that are in this recipe so you can easily purchase it on Amazon. And when you do, a small commission will go to supporting this channel. And that's not just for the ingredients listed in this recipe. Anytime you want to shop on Amazon and you click on my affiliate link, no matter what you purchase on Amazon, whether it be the item that you're directly routed to or any other thing that you want to buy, anything that you buy on Amazon, through clicking my affiliate link, I will get a small portion of that, which will in turn go to supporting this channel. So if you want to support the channel and you want to see more awesome videos, then anytime you want to shop on Amazon, remember me, click on my affiliate link, and a small commission of your purchase will go to support this channel. And while you do all that, let's get cooking. In a medium saucepan over medium heat, combine a half cup of creamy peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of solid coconut oil, and 2 tablespoons of powdered swerve or powdered sweetener of your choice. Stir these continually over medium heat until the peanut butter and the oil are fully melted. Once they are completely melted, reduce the heat to medium-low and use a whisk and whisk continually until everything is fully combined and a smooth liquid has formed. This usually only takes about a minute or so. One thing you don't want to do is you want to make sure that this does not come to a boil. It should never be boiling. You should never see any bubbles in it. It should just be completely smooth and just warm the whole time. Once it's all smooth, if you want, you can stir in 1 to 2 teaspoons of vanilla. This just enhances the peanut butter flavor. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it always makes a nice touch to it. Then pour it into the molds of your choice. If you don't have molds, you can always pour it into a lined baking sheet and then break it up later. Once you have the mixture poured into the molds or the lined baking sheet, place it into the freezer for about 30 minutes or until it is completely firm. Once it's firm, take it out of the freezer, pop it out of the molds, and store it in an airtight container in your freezer until you're ready to use it. If you're using the baking sheet method, then after it's been frozen and it's solid, take it out, remove the slab from the pan, and just break it into the desired pieces that you want. However big or small you want is up to you. Just break it up and put it in an airtight container and store it in your freezer until you're ready to use it. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Line 1 to 2 large baking sheets with parchment paper. In a large mixer bowl, combine 1/2 cup plus 1 tablespoon of coconut flour, 1 cup of monk fruit sweetener or granulated sweetener of your choice, 1/4 cup of cocoa powder, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Whisk these all together until they're fully combined and there are no lumps in the coconut flour or the cocoa powder. Add 2 large room temperature eggs. Make sure they are room temperature so you can have a nice smooth cookie dough. Heat on low for about 10 seconds or just until the dry ingredients are moist. Then increase the speed to medium and beat on medium for 30 seconds or until everything is fully combined. Scrape down the sides of the bowl if needed and push all the ingredients to the center of the bowl. Add a 1/2 cup of softened room temperature butter. Make sure it's just softened, not melted. Then beat on medium for about 30 seconds more or until everything is smooth. Scrape down the sides again and push all of the ingredients to the center of the bowl. Then let the dough stand at room temperature for about 15 minutes so that it can absorb any extra moisture and all the ingredients can set well in place. Once it's sat for 15 minutes, give it a little bit of a stir and make sure that everything is combined and that your dough is smooth. If it still feels like it's going to be too wet, you can always add a few teaspoons more of coconut flour. If it feels like it's going to be thick and too dry, you can always add in a little bit more melted butter or oil until it gets to the consistency that you want. You want it to be the consistency of traditional cookie dough. It should be thick, but it still should be soft. Now if you want to, you can go ahead and scoop it out and bake it as it is. But here we're going to fold in about a 1/4 cup of our homemade peanut butter baking chips. Now you can put whatever add-ins you want in here and however much you want. It just all depends on what you like folded into your chocolate cookies. So you can be creative and put whatever you want. Once you've folded in your baking chips or whatever add-in you're using, scoop the dough out about a tablespoon at a time onto your prepared baking sheets. If at any time you're not sure of the texture of your dough, you're not sure if it's too dry or too wet, start by just baking 1 cookie and see how it turns out. If it spreads, then you know you need to add a little bit more coconut flour. If after it's set for a little bit on the baking sheet, if it's dry and starts to crumble, then you know you need to add a little bit more melted butter or oil to it. But if it doesn't spread and it stays in one piece and after it cools it still stays together in one piece, then you know you got it. Once the cookie dough is all scooped out, then shape each scoop into a tight ball and set them about 1 inch or so apart on the baking sheet. Now these cookies do not spread a whole lot. Pretty much whatever shape you put them onto your baking sheet, that's the way they're going to turn out. So if you want them to stay in the shape of a ball, then just scoop them out, shape them into the ball, and then bake them. But if you want them to have a more traditional cookie shape, then you need to flatten down the tops just slightly. I like my cookies to have a little bit of a puff to them, so I only flatten the tops just a little bit. But if you like more of a flat cookie, you can just flatten it as much as you want. Like I said, these don't spread, so pretty much however flat you make them on your baking sheet, that's pretty much what they're going to come out as. So if you want them to have a little bit of puff, only slightly flatten them. If you want them to be completely flat, flatten them all the way. It's up to you how you want them. Once they're shaped, bake at 350 for 8 to 10 minutes or just until the edges are starting to darken. They will still be a little bit soft. Gluten-free baked goods come out soft but will firm up as they cool. So don't try to cook these until they're firm. Just look for them to be getting dark around the edges. As soon as they start getting just a little bit dark around the edges, you remove them. Then let them sit on the pan for about 15 minutes so that they can firm up. Once they're nice and firm, Transfer them to a wire rack and allow them to cool completely before eating. Once they've cooled completely, put them on a serving platter and eat and enjoy. And that's our recipe of the day. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click that thumbs up like button, click that subscribe button, leave me a comment if you want to. Let me know if there's any recipes that you'd like to learn how to make, and I'll do what I can to get those out there for you. And as always, keep cooking.